Well, hello, and welcome to another edition of the Wednesday Morning Mug here on the Bailey Brew Sports Chat social media network, the ever-growing social media network. I'm Iron Man Herb Bailey, well, of course, the star of the show, Charlie Harper Mug. And I just want to thank you for joining us on this Valentine's Day edition of the Wednesday Morning Mug. And because I'm just such a full of sweetness, I decided to break out the Kiss shirt on Valentine's Day. Alrighty, so let's get right to it. The fastest growing laid back sports chat in the cyber community today. We're going to take a sip of our coffee first together. So if you have your coffee, let's sip together. All over the world, we're sipping together. Literally all over the world. Alrighty, so the steam from the Charlie Harper mug is saying in the Final Four next month. Well, it'll be April when the Final Four actually happens. In the NCAA college basketball, it will be Duke. And UConn guy, I do not like Duke. Cincinnati's having a very good year the American Conference. Another American Conference team, Wichita State, will be in the Final Four. And then Michigan State. That's your Final Four from the steam from the Charlie Harper mug. So yeah, let's talk college basketball now because we'll be going into March Madness very, very soon. I know, it's already, 14th of February. And days are flying by. Hey, I haven't done it in a few weeks, so let's do it. You ready? Let's go some dilly dillies. The dilly dillies. The Winter Olympics athletes bearing the very, very harsh elements of the cold of South Korea. Dilly dilly to the athletes. I mean, you train hard for a few years to get there, and then you got the elements of a very, very wintry area for the. I didn't think South Korea was going to be that wintry, to tell you the truth, but it just does look like it's cold there. So, dilly dilly, dilly dilly. Pitchers and catchers reporting this week to Florida and Arizona, and baseball is back. Big dilly dilly to that. So, my Red Sox pitchers and catchers are reported. Actually, some of the players are there too. I saw an interview with Andrew Benedetti. He put on some muscle. So much reminds me of Freddie Lynn. Because Freddie Lynn did the same thing. But dilly dilly. Another dilly dilly because I'll be there next month in the Fort Myers, Florida. I will be walking around the Red Sox spring training complex, and you'll be getting some videos from there, and I won't promise interviewing anybody because that never works out well, but if I do, then it's going to be a bonus. But I'll try to interview some of the staff. I got a guy last time that used to play for the Mets, and he was walking around being a volunteer for the Red Sox, telling people to stay away from the ropes. But dilly dilly that I'll be there next month also. Now, who's going to follow Brad to the pit of misery this week? I'll tell you who's going to follow Brad to the pit of misery. Whoever hacked my Facebook account. Yes, it was hacked. Facebook sent me a message saying that somebody took over my account and was using it for spam, and it had to be closed down, and they couldn't even get to it. So I had to open up a new Facebook page, and so whoever's going to follow Brad to the pit of misery is the guy that hacked my account. I'm looking for you. But, life lesson learned. You get 2,200 Facebook friends. You can't know them all. So, maybe I'll do due diligence next time. But, he's following Brad to the pit of misery. Alrighty. Behind me is Gordie Howe. If you can see him. It's best wishes, Gordie Howe. Gordie, the year was 1980. And in 1980, I was a jack of all trades type of 16-year-old at Ellington Ridge Country Club. Worked in the kitchen, worked in the men's locker room, worked out in the golf course, cutting the lawn. Did work behind the counter at the pool. Boy, that's a wrong move doing that, giving a 16-year-old that job. But let's not go there. But he was in a golf tournament at the Ellington Ridge Country Club, and And I was all excited. You know, I was working the men's locker room that day, and I knew that Nick Bonacani was going to be there from the Miami Dolphins, and a few other Otto Graham, the great Otto Graham from football. But Gordy also was going to be there. And of course, I was always, you know, I'm a Whaler fan, and the guy was great. One of the best ever. So he comes out of the showers, stark naked. And I look, I go, hey, Gordy. He goes, and he smiles. He goes, hey, how are you doing? He wants to hold a conversation. He's completely naked. The great one, Gordy Howe. And then he gets a towel on, and he has this picture, and he goes, would you like an autograph? And I said, oh, it would be an honor. And he talked to me for a few minutes. A great, great man. Really missed, passed away. But Gordy Howe. Gordy Howe, my moment with Gordy Howe, and he was naked. That not many people can say that. But Iron Man and Charlie Harper mug on the Bailey Brew Sports Chat Wednesday morning mug, Ken. That's right. Now, later this month, at the end of the month, a podcast, the Bailey Brew Sports Chat podcast, coming your way from around the corner and around the world. I got a wrestling coach from down here in South Carolina that's going to be on. I'm lining up guests literally from around the corner and around the world. So be looking for the Bailey Brew Sports Chat podcast. It's coming your way. And my book, Sports Memories Woven into Life, 22 chapters of sports positivity. That'll be in your hands very, very soon, along with The Wise Old Sage and Chasing Zen, a couple other books that I'm putting together. And there'll be more sports books. It's just going on. And the Huddle 5 sports counseling is taking off. And so if you know somebody that needs a little online sports counseling, go to Huddle 5 Sports Counseling. I'm going to have to recreate it on Facebook because of the hacker. But, so this is Iron Man Herb Bailey, along with Charlie Harper Mug, saying thank you for joining us for the Wednesday morning mug. And we will be seeing you again very, very soon. Get those workouts in. Hang and bang. The Bailey Fitness Brew, Saturday before Thanksgiving. I will see you soon.